didn't really teach anything yesterday.
So I had to run by Walmart because I'm making...
We had a math test on Wednesday. Past weekend we had our Great American Market, which is like, it's like a gigantic flea market, I guess is a good way to put it. But they have like food and all this stuff too. It was really neat. It wasn't as good as the first one that we went to, which was 2 years ago. Last year they didn't have it because of COVID. So, but while we were out, they have the Great American Market, and then the Presbyterian Church was having a like big like yard sale, garage sale thing. So I ended up getting this 500-piece puzzle, 550 pieces. That was cute for the kids to do if they ever want to do this. I saw third grade Swag. He does a lot of like puzzles in his third grade classroom, so thought I'd give it a try. I have more. I need to clean out my cupboard. And then we also had the library, Friends of the Library book sale happening on Saturday also. So I picked up Harriet the Spy. I bought a bunch of other books too, but they were all personal books for me at home. A lot of Stephen King, because I used to collect Stephen King books. And then I don't know what happened to them all, but some of them got lost in the move and stuff, so it's weird. Yeah, so I came in hauling in all this stuff. And then I also cleaned out, because I had to store my books that I bought, cleaned out all my like textbooks that I have at home, or not textbooks, but like teaching books. So I thought I'd bring those in. This one here, I actually took a class on this one when I did my master's degree, and I want to look through it again because it had some really good stuff in it. I might give this one to my student teacher, so if she wants it. I'm gonna get Google Classroom set up, so that way I can send assignments to them when they're at home that I can grade, because there's been several things that I have not been able to grade because the kids haven't been here, so I just put them exempt. Yeah, this morning, actually all this week, my student teacher will be teaching pretty much the whole morning, so I asked if she wanted to do the whole morning stuff too, like when the kids come in and everything. She said, yeah, I'll do that. So I'm like, it doesn't do any prep, it's just you just grading the students. And I'm like, I think it'll be good for you to have that coming in, and having them come in and then transition because they've been with you the whole time. So transitioning to do science, because we moved our science to this morning. I used to have science in the afternoon. I've been playing around with schedule stuff so much because I did not have time to plan a schedule, because I was kind of thrown into this. So it's been like I just kind of been playing around with some things. We weren't getting enough science and social studies time, so I moved that to the morning. So at 8:30, I'll start that, and then go to music and PE and everything, then come back and they'll have math. And then after that, I can't remember all the schedule after this, but they come back, they have a read aloud, or they go to lunch, sorry. They go to lunch, come back, we have a read aloud. Then I want to say it's writing time or something, and then we have MTSS, come back at 1:45, 15 minutes, which is going to be our handwriting time. Then we're going to go to recess, come back, and then we do our reading time. Believe is how it went. I gotta look at my schedule again. And somebody was asking about grades for third grade. So typically in kindergarten, first and second grade, we do what's called standard-based grading. So it's like whatever the standard is, we give them a 0, 1, 2, or 3. My last district was a 1, 2, 3, or 4, but it's all the same concept. Like either 0 or 1 is like you can't do it. For third on, it is like letter grades. And I just give letter grades off of assignments that we're doing. It's still all new to me, so I'm still trying out stuff. It's probably gonna be a mess at the very beginning. I feel like I'm like scrambling to find like things to grade, but not really. It's just always like, oh, I need something for math this week. I'll just take this paper. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna start getting ready for the day, so I'll see you guys. Yesterday I did not teach until like, I think it might have been after recess. I did my MTSS group, but it's like, my intern she had science in the morning and then she did math. Well, she didn't finish the science. The science was really long yesterday. And so I said, well, we can either like push it back till tomorrow and you just split it in half and do 2 days, or we have some time after library where you can squeeze that in. So she decided to do it right after recess, or right after library. So it's like we did that, and then we got back, she did that little thing, then we went to MTSS groups. After MTSS groups, I taught handwriting, so I guess I did teach a little bit. So I taught my handwriting lesson, we went to recess, came back, and then I taught reading, and it was time to go home. And I was like, man, I didn't really teach anything yesterday. She keeps this schedule for 2 weeks. So, because like we really don't have much more for her to take on. I did go ahead and get new schedule cards. So I did not like the ones that I had before. They were like, they were those ones here. I mean, I liked them. They were just kind of small. So they were just like off to the side and they were really hard to read. They're right there. But I think I'm gonna move them over here, take down this Daily 5, because I don't really have time to do Daily 5 this year. Like, I don't know where all the time is going to. Yeah, but I'm hoping that the switch of moving science to the morning and then putting writing in the place of science will help us get more in. Because I feel like I'm not doing enough with reading, like with our ELA block. Math is good, science is good, social studies will be good. We haven't started social studies yet, but I just feel like ELA-wise, I'm not as, like, I don't think I'm doing as much as I should be. And I will link the schedule card things down below. It's a freebie. I can't remember who it's from off the top of my head, but I've downloaded it before. I recommend maybe shrinking them down a little bit, like when you go to print, like maybe making them like 80% or something, because they are awfully big, so. I had to run by Walmart to get some stuff because I'm doing, okay, this person's gonna run the red light, like, so I had to go to Walmart to get stuff, like craft stuff, because we're gonna be making dream catchers, and they're just like made out of paper plates, and I didn't have any feathers, and so I wanted to kind of add feathers to it too. But this week here we've been learning about traditions. Like for my small group, we did Diwali. For my student teachers small group that they did for reading, this is all during reading time. For their group, they did, I think it was something in China. So it was like, it's called like the Dragon Race or something. And so they did that one. We also did a Native American type of thing for the, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get the name. I'm gonna say it wrong, I know I will. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they talked about dream catchers and how like this little boy his grandma gave him a dream catcher to like help him because he was going to have a presentation about something with his culture. So she gave him this dream catcher, and so then the story and the presentation stuff was all about the dream catcher. So I thought it'd be really fun to do dream catchers for their art project tomorrow. Long story short, I really feel like the curriculum for Wonders for 3rd grade is horrible. It's old curriculum. It's like, I don't know, almost 7 years old. I think they got it in, I want to say 2000, it probably is, it's 2014 I think is when they adopted it. But it's like they classify these things as close readings, and I'm like, this is not close reading. Reading a story 2 times is not close reading. That's rereading. As I'm getting more used to doing the 3rd grade curriculum, I'm like bringing in more and more of outside recesses, outside resources. So like another one that we did, we're supposed to be writing about our family tradition,
And it was just like, okay, you guys, write your draft. Brainstorm in your mind and then write your draft. And I'm like, half my class hates writing, but I think it's because they've been taught writing that way. Okay, you guys come up and write your own thing. No. So what I did was I found this thing on Teacher Pay Teachers. It was about writing a narrative, and so it went through like who are your characters, who is the setting, your beginning, your middle, or like what happened first, second, third, fourth. And so then I just told the kids, just write down what, like, your idea, what happens first, second, third, fourth. It doesn't need to be complete sentences or anything. It just needs to be getting this idea that's in your mind out onto paper. So we did that first. They did really well with it. The next day, yesterday, we did the hamburger paragraph. So they used their pre-write to do their hamburger writing. And so that one there was like the topic sentence, your details, and then your conclusion. So they did that yesterday. So then today we're going to go into, no, today we won't be doing that. Today is our counselor's coming, so we don't have writing today. We'll start on Monday because also we don't have writing on Fridays because we have art. So then I just push it over to Monday. So on Monday, they will get into doing their first write on it. So it's kind of like their first draft. And then we'll go through the revising and editing process. But it was like even my ones that were like really not, like so reluctant to write did this assignment, and they didn't complain about it because I think it was broken down into steps that were more manageable than, okay, write about a topic. It's like 7:20, so I'm coming into town and I'll be at work.
We had a math test on Wednesday, and my class did horrible on it. There was a couple I had 200%, the rest were like 50s or something. And let me rephrase that too. The 100% were ones that I actually took off a question because I thought the question was worded really weird, and most of my class missed that question, so I took it off of the test, or like I didn't count it, but I gave them a bonus point if they got it right. So that's what got them their 100%, but the rest of the class had between 30% to maybe 70%. But we retaught it yesterday and went over the tests, and we also gave the test back to the students, explained what they missed, and did all that. Like I went with each kid and each student, and we both went to each student and talked about like what they missed on the test. Like I think most of it had to do with they just didn't read the questions all the way. They're getting retested again today. Let's hope they get better scores. We are going to start doing homework now. So in our book, they have like the way we're going to do it, starting next week, we're going to go, it's going to be like the main content lesson. They'll go into small groups. And then there's one page that's in their book that they'll rip out, take home, and that will be their homework. So as long as they do the homework, they're going to get points. So I'm not going to go, oh, you turn the homework in and you only got 3 of them correct, out of the 9 or whatever. It's like they just get points for doing homework. I also set up IXL for them, so we did like a math review also on that. So in the afternoon, instead of doing reading time, I put them on that, and they have things called jam sessions, and so like they all do the same question at the same time on their computers. So we did that, and I can kind of see the.
Today was a good day. It was tiring. I'm exhausted. But it's weird because, like, I don't know, for one thing, I think it's the heat. And the class was super rowdy today. I'm not sure what was up. It was fun. We tried to make it fun. We did our, I don't know if I did talk about that. We did our dream catchers, which I forgot to get footage of. But they came out really cute, and I really liked them, but unfortunately I didn't get any footage of them. But I looked them up on Pinterest, and I just typed in, like, dream catchers Dreamcatcher DIY for kids or something like that. And then I did break the news that they have homework, which actually they were kind of excited about. They were like, really? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do homework. And I'm like, it's just a math paper, you guys, and some spelling words. So Anyways, that's it for this vlog, so I hope you guys liked what you saw. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the little bell notification to get notified every single time I post. Follow me on TikTok at Michael Book. And until next time, please don't forget to always be you. Bye.